So, do you prepare for these topics already, right?
Yes, I've prepared.
Okay, now let's start with topic 33. Do you need to see the topic, or I'll change to the timer to count the time?
Okay.
Are you singing?
No, no, no. Okay, okay.
Topic 33, interesting neighbor. Ready for this one?
Interesting neighbor. Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, I'll just start.
Nhưng mà mình nói về câu hỏi.
Em bắt đầu nói thì cô sẽ bấm dơ, nói đi.
Okay. So today, I'm going to share with you about my fun-loving and fascinating next-door neighbor, who has a really wonderful relationship with my family. So, to kick off, here's some basic information about her. Also, her name is Tu, which means the season of fall in English. So, she's a really sociable and gregarious person. Serious fun to talk to. And to be honest with you, I've known her since forever. I've known since forever, and by the time I started to become conscious of my surrounding, she had already lived there next to my house. I heard it from my mother that they used to work in the same fertilizer factory, so that's why they become acquainted. Um, to be honest, so moving on to the next question, going to the next one, there's just something about her that's really intriguing to me. First of all, her appearance, she doesn't look like her own personality. She has a reserved and aloof appearance of an introvert, but she has a really fun, outgoing, easygoing personality of an extrovert, and that's really interesting. That's why I love having conversation with her. She's an really seasoned and experienced person who always gives me a useful advice in life. The second thing about her is fascinating to me is, she has an incredible ear for music. She has an amazing innate talent for music, but unfortunately, her humble upbringing and family backgrounds at that time prevented her from being a singer in the future. That's really unfortunate. So if there's time, in the future, I want to wish her nothing but health and strength. She's been battling with an unknown disease that potentially take her life at any moment. So I hope that she will be okay in the future. Okay.
Okay. So, what did
Cô ơi cô,
Ơi,
dạ ngày ní bằng Đức có việc bận cho nên bạn xin nghỉ cô thấy.
đi chơi về mệt quá phải không?
Dạ cái ngồi chán nữa. Chắc là bạn vừa con đi chơi chưa về nhà.
Ok em.
Mà cô nghe rõ em nói không rõ, tại cái tai nghe em bị hư cho nên là em đang dùng điện thoại á.
Rất là rõ luôn.
Dạ.
Cái nội dung bài nói của bạn của Thức nhé là về cả 4 cái tiêu chí là fluency, vocab, grammar and pronunciation là ok. Tuy nhiên mình nhớ cái điều kiện cái thời gian trong quá trình mình nói, tại vì nó dài thì mình nói tóm lại tầm 1 phút 50 giây hết. Tức là tóm gọn nội dung lại để tí nữa mình sẽ nói lại bài này và hết giờ mình sẽ ngắt trong đúng thời gian cho phép nhé. Okay, next one. Topic 45. Nhiên hả? Topic 45.
Okay, 45. 45. Cô tôi đã chưa nhìn thấy chủ đề luôn con ạ.
A famous person in your country.
Okay. Cô đợi em 10 giây, cô đợi xíu. Okay. Off the top of my head, when it comes to a celebrity in my country who left sorry, cô nhầm, tự nhiên thấy dùng sai ngữ pháp với ngữ 10 của con lại.
One more time.
Okay. Off the top of my head, when it comes to a celebrity who left a huge impression on me, I'm gonna talk about Mỹ Tâm, who is one of the most renowned singer in my country. To kick off, if memory serves me right, back in the day when I was just a little child, I was coming to a coffee shop with my family members, and at that time I first heard her song accidentally in a really surprising way, yeah. And although I was too young to comprehend the meaningful lyrics at that time, I was immersed in the beautiful melody of her songs, as well as her amazing voice. So after that, I found all her information on the internet after coming home, and actually I was on the cloud 9 to see, and I mean that I was quite out of the blue to see her appearance. Even until now, and moving forward onto the next point of her personality, honestly, the more I know about her, the more respectful I feel about this talented singer. Since beside her angelic voice, Midam is also known for her dedication to her work, and yeah, so if I had a chance, I would like to go to her concert in the future. Gia đình nói thêm mà thấy hết dơ thôi con này.
Okay. Rồi, ở phần phật ấm ấy là cái từ người nổi tiếng này, đọc lại cho cô. Mình sẽ những ấm mày ha. Celebrity or celebrity.
Celebrity.
Và câu cuối cùng nhớ dùng contraction giúp cô nhé. Ví dụ, if I had a chance, I'd like to go to her concert one more time.
Yeah, okay.
Next one. Describe a family member you want to work with. This is your topic. 43.
43. We're 43. Okay. Describe a family member you want to work with. Okay. To kick off, today I want to talk about a member of my extended family who I want to be my business partner in the future. So he's my cousin. Although we are related by blood, but he doesn't look anything like me. He bears a striking resemblance to his father, with an oval face and a good-looking appearance. Currently, he's studying for a degree in dermatology, specializing in curing skin-related problems. So in years to come, I decided to create an application that helps people make appointments with the doctors faster and easier, simply because I observe one problem in our current societies that, patients have to wait a really long period of time to be checked and diagnosed by doctors. And if I can reduce that waiting time, more lives will be saved and more disease will be cured, and that's really a breakthrough. So I'm desperate to achieve this ambition. So the reason why I want to cooperate with him is simply because he's a person in the industry, so he will be a doctor in the future. So he definitely knows a thing or two about the patient and the doctor and what they think. Moving on to the next question, as a family members, we don't have the opportunity to meet up a lot, but we get on really well since he's just around my age, and as a business partner, I think he's really supportive and he's really open-minded to new ideas, and that's the most important thing since we're living in a really fast-changing world, and we have to be really adaptable to be successful in life. So in the future, I hope he's healthy, and after finish his education, I hope he will agree to work with me in years to come.
All right. For your speaking, I just want to mention some things about pronunciation. First of all, try to say these words in its short forms, like Warner Hill, B. Okay. One more thing is, which word did you talk about? Design or decide? In years to come, I decide or design to.
Desire.
Desire.
Yeah.
This one, right?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. One more thing, can you name some tenses that you used in your speaking? Some tenses like present tense. Apart from present tense, what tenses did you use?
Future, simple future.
Future tense. Anything else?
Apart from that, trong này anh dùng hơi ít thì để em coi lại.
Just don't need to use too much. Just
Yes.
like 2 or 3 is enough. So
Yes.
2 or 3 tenses. Future. Try to add some more present perfect tense.
Yes.
Okay. The next topic. Person you enjoyed talking with. Nhiên, please.
Ok. Kiểu như là em thấy cái chủ đề đi về cái chủ đề neighborhood đó có thể hẳn cũng từ từ nhau, cho nên là em nói hai bạn đi cũng gần giống nhau được có thể. Mặc dù bài kia em chưa nói.
Những topic về person thì mình cố gắng có thể gộp lại, tức là mình nên gộp, thay vì chuẩn bị 50 topic thì nó sẽ dài hơn. Nếu gộp được thì mình sẽ gộp nhé.
Okay. Off the top of my head, when it comes to an intriguing person that I love to talk with, I'm gonna talk about Annie, who is my best buddy. Actually, she's also my my besties in my neighborhood. Since I'm the first child in my family, so it's hard for me to communicate with my younger brother. So getting on well with Annie makes me feel like I have another sister that I can talk with her about almost everything. Frankly speaking, at the very first time we met each other, we used to be pretty introverted, so we didn't talk too much. That said, after meeting up sometimes, we realized that we had a lot of things in common. So like, we kind of like have a lot more to talk and uh, become a really like best partner together. Uh, Moving forward onto the next point of what we often talk about. Uh, Actually, we always dreamed of having our own like coffee shop since we really love maybe like kind of when a lot of like tasty drinks. Yeah, so we often talk about that, and maybe we would like to be like besties about it, maybe. Yeah, đấy là nói hơi hơi kinh nhưng mà tôi.
Rồi, thứ nhất về phần fluency thì since so try to separate. I mean, don't use these two words at the same time. That's it. Good. About speed, kind of a little bit slow. Try to speed it up.
Okay.
Next one, love to talk with. And when it comes to a person I love to talk with, I love to. Can you give me another phrase?
Into.
When it comes to a person that I'm into or I'm big on talking with, I'm gonna talk about my bestie. I'm gonna talk about me who has been my bestie for years. Let's look at grammar points. Try to add some more complex sentences. Cái bài của mình nhìn chung về mặt ngữ pháp thì nó chưa được gọi là ít sai về mặt ngữ pháp, nó không có sai về mặt ngữ pháp nhưng mà nó chưa đa dạng về các cấu trúc câu phức.
Okay.
Bây giờ mình sẽ qua part 3 của những topic này nhé. Part 3 of these topics. Start with topic 33. Neighbors. Thức, please.
Yes.
Okay. So, is it beneficial to get along well with your neighbors?
Absolutely. You know, in Vietnam, their saying goes, when you're in difficult time, your neighbors is the one that's most closest to you. You know, they're the one that can help you immediately. So, having a healthy relationship with your neighbors is essential because if you have a good relationship with them, they will be always, willing to lend you a helping hand if necessary.
So for part 3, it is a little bit short. Try to extend it into like 4 to 5 sentences.
Okay. Cái này em chưa chuẩn bị để em coi lại.
So do you need me to give some ideas?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Mm-hmm. So, first of all, let's paraphrase the question for the first sentence. Like, is it really pivotal, or it is really of paramount importance to have a healthy relationship with our neighbors? I mean, the one
Yes.
who live next door. First of all, they can keep an eye keep an eye on your flat or your house when you have a business trip, you are on a business trip, or you are far away from your house.
Yeah.
You can give example or explain. I mean, in part 3, try to give 2 main ideas and then extend it or explain or give an example.
Yeah.
Anything else, like keep an eye on your house when you're away, or they can look after your children.
Yes. The
Give a helping hand when you're in it. For example, you can borrow something from them, or maybe help you out in some difficult situations.
okay.
Okay, so can you answer one more time?
So from my perspective, it's vitally essential to have a healthy relationship with your neighbors. So, for example, the first benefit that sprung to my mind is, when you're on the business trip, they can help you to look after your children and feed them. And second of all, if needed, they can lend you a helping hand in help you to build your house or move your gadgets, move your necessity to they can help you to relocate your location.
So for the second half of your answer, like what's more, another benefit is that they can give you a helping hand. For example, sometimes you need some to borrow something. Of course, they are willing to lend
Yeah.
you a broom or something like that.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So next one, Nhiên, please.
Okay.
Let's see the topic. 34. Business. So, is it good to work with family members?
Well, from my perspective, I suppose that um, there are both like benefits and as well as drawbacks when maybe cooperating with family members. That said, I always think that the drawbacks always overweight the benefits. Since it's hard for us to put the profit onto like our relationships, yeah, and so it's really so we cannot separate our job with the family members.
So, did you give the plus point, the benefits of working with family members, or just emphasize about the disadvantages?
Okay. So we can talk about the positive point first.
So can you answer again? Is it good to work with family members?
Okay. Well, I suppose that there are both pros and cons when talking about like the way we cooperating with our family members. First and foremost, about the plus boys, actually, like all of our family members know each other's strengths, so like we can appoint us in suitable positions. Mm, that said, I suppose that like the drawbacks can can overweigh the benefits as we can break the relationship between the family members if they are like and like if there is somebody disagree about our point of view or something like that.
Okay. Now, Thức, please. So, why do people wanna do family business?
So first of all, I noticed that there are lots of family-run businesses in our country, and from my perspective, there's certainly some benefit to it. So first of all, the learning curve of all family members is shorter, simply because they've grown, with that business environment. Um, second of all, so when you think about it, decisions will be made to benefit all of the family members in that company. So the people in the managerial, the managers or CEO will be more dedicated and determined to work harder, in order to gain as much as benefit as possible for their family. However, when we think about working with non-related family members, it's much harder. The environment is not as relaxing as in a family-run business. So, to sum up, in my opinion, there's pros and cons for a family-run businesses.
Okay. Cái ý đầu tiên của Thức là nó sẽ là một cái relaxing environment. So we can work more productively, right?
Ý em là cái learning curve đó cô, cái mức độ cái học tập nó sẽ ngắn hơn so với những công ty bình thường, tại vì công ty gia đình thì mình sẽ học mình sống trong đó rồi, nên là mình sẽ học nhanh hơn những người khác.
So easy to adapt to the working environment.
Yeah, the learning curve is much shorter because family members have
learning what?
Learning curve.
C-U?
Curve.
Okay. Anything else besides this one?
Second of all, the decisions will be made to benefit all of the members in a family. So people as managers or directors will be more dedicated and determined to work harder.
For the benefits of all, right?
For the benefits of all.
All right. This one. Nhiên, please. So,
Okay.
What are the good things about working for a big company?
Well, from my point of view, I guess there are various advantages when we can work in a large company. first of all, like we can work with a lot of talented people and maybe earn a well-paid salary. Yeah, and since like a big company can provide us with a lot of good like good things like that. Yeah. Rồi tự nhiên em quên mất mấy cái từ quan trọng quá xong hơi kỳ.
So, yeah, turns up, Blood Boys, when you work for a large firm or a large corporation, first of all, you stand a high chance to earn decent salary, right? Compared to
Yeah.
working for a small size firm. Second of all, or plus another benefit is to have a better working environment, or to have an environment to work with more experienced people, experienced employ employers, right? Okay, so please.
Okay.
So, what do you think about this one? What are the good things about working for a big company?
Well, maybe we can be provided with a lot of beneficial treatment, such as about our day off or uh, our salary in the future.
Decent salary or fringe benefits, mình sẽ có thể là như phúc lợi xã hội này, lương cao hơn, easy to get promoted, dễ thăng chức. Thank you. Now, Thức, please. Your question is, why do many young adults keep changing their jobs?
So from my point of view, job hopping is very common amongst today's generation, especially the Gen Z generation. And I guess there are some reasons for it. So first of all, at such young age, they want to try their hands at many different kinds of jobs. So in order to gain as much as experience as possible, simply because we are living in such fast-changing world. So know a bit pieces of everything is vitally essential. It's more important than you really dig deeper into just one field of academy. So maybe that's the reason why the young people keep changing their job. But I think that's not the entire picture. So, however, there are many people, they are thrive in a stable environment. Their family background hold them back from changing their job. So a stable financial situation is more suitable for many young people too. So to sum up, in my opinion, most but not all young people in Vietnam prefer changing their job regularly. Okay.
Popularity. Nguyen, please.
Okay.
So, what benefits are there when a child is popular at school?
Sorry?
Okay. What benefits are there when a child is popular at school?
Okay. Well, In my opinion, I guess is there are quite a number of pros when a kid is quite renowned in their school. First of all, like maybe when being famous, a lot of people can know of them and like give give that child a good a good way to like talk or something like that. Yeah. What's more, maybe that popular kid can earn a little like an amount of money if they are if he or she can like maybe appeared on some kind of newspaper or magazines of their school. Yeah.
Okay. Being a celebrities at school may have some like benefits. First of all, they can get preferential treatment from teachers and other classmates. Also, they can gain a little bit of money by like advertising some products from magazines or some like small size companies. Alright, next please. So, what kinds of people are popular at work?
Hỏi em không ạ? Hỏi em không cô?
What kinds of people are popular at work?
You know, it depends. So there are many types of people that can be really, you know, prevalent and loved by many people at workplace. So, you know, that's because every workplace is different. So in my case, I used to work as a data analyst in a small company specializing in fashion industry. So, and I'm proud to be loved by many people in my company for my energy, for my, you know, passion for work. And I pay a lot of attention to details and how to communicate with other people in my company. So I'm like a glue connecting all of the people in in my company. But however, at another company, my personality will not be loved by everybody since, you know, different companies have different preference for their human resource. But you know, to sum up, in my opinion, the type of people that our people in company love is different. It totally depends on what company that we're talking about, what company you're working at.
Đối với câu hỏi này nhé, what kinds of people are popular at work? Những loài người nào thì sẽ được yêu thích ở nơi làm việc? Thì hồi nãy Thức có đưa ra ví dụ của bản thân là một người kiểu làm việc tỉ mỉ chi tiết hay như thế nào, giao tiếp tốt thì sẽ là popular hoặc là be loved hoặc là prevalent at work. Thì đối với part 3, cái thứ nhất là mình không có đưa ví dụ cá nhân vào, tức là em chỉ nói là to hoặc là regarding some company. If a staff is kind of talkative and funny, they of course they are easily to gain the feelings, the good feelings from others chẳng hạn. However, for some other companies, mình sẽ chia ra từng trường hợp khác nhau chứ không phải lấy ví dụ bản thân, tức là em có lấy cái đó nhưng mà em nên nói cho đối tượng chung chung á. Thì thứ nhất là những người mà hồi nãy em nói là người mà communicate well và have a good communication skill. Rồi cái thứ hai là những người như thế nào, bây giờ mình sẽ brainstorm cái idea này, những người như thế nào sẽ được yêu giả sử họ làm có thể làm không tốt nhưng mà funny thì có được yêu thích ở nơi làm việc hay không? Luôn làm cho các người và tâm trạng của các cái nào vui vẻ cả thì cũng được yêu thích, chứ không phải là người làm giỏi, ngoài người talented cực kỳ giỏi về chuyên môn luôn. Và người vui hoặc là những người mà biết thông cảm hay biết chia sẻ với người khác, sympathetic people, đó, lắng nghe người khác, chia sẻ người khác, đó thì có nhiều loại. Hoặc là những người mà doers, có nghĩa là người mà làm việc mọi thứ rất là trôi chảy và ok hết. Và cái từ however, sum up ở đây mình đang bị repetition, tức là khi một câu của em là ok nhưng mà khi mà hỏi nhiều câu liên tục mình cứ dùng lặp lại những cái từ nổi như vậy. Thì ví dụ như cái however này là một trong những cái từ gọi là common word, mình tìm những cái từ mà nó paraphrase cho cái từ này. Ví dụ như hồi nãy Nhiên thì does that hoặc là might you, đó những cái từ trong văn speaking đó để đổi cho cái này. Yes, but, đó đổi to sum up, mình tìm từ khác. Hoặc là mình không cần sum up đâu, mình chia thành 2 trường hợp và mỗi trường hợp mình đưa ra ví dụ là đủ 5 câu rồi. Câu chung, có một vài loại người popular at work. Thứ nhất là loại good communication, ví dụ tại sao. Tiếp theo talented hay là doers gì đó và giải thích ra, và mình không có sum up lại đâu, là nó sẽ bị vòng vo và câu nào mình cũng sum up, nó bị lặp lại những ý phía trước á. Okay, so can you answer one more time? What kinds of people are popular at work?
So from my point of view, it totally depends on what company we're talking about. So for example, in a certain company, a fun-loving person who has a really sociable personality will be loved by everyone, since they are the main glue that connect everybody in the company. That makes people happy and smile every time. They create a good vibe at the office. So those kind of people that is likely to be loved. But in another company, they may pay really attention to talented people that can contribute a huge part to the success of the company. So this kind of person might be adored by many people. So for me personally, it depends. It totally hinges on the company. Different company have different preferences.
Good.
Okay.
Next one. Topic like 45 already. 48. Meeting friends. Nhiên, please. What places are popular for meeting friends in your area?
Well, I guess there are some distinctions between our meeting of places when it comes to girls or boys. Well, in terms of girls, like me, we often opt for like a beauty shop or just like a shopping mall in our area to like do some window shopping and like and walking, talking together. In contrast, the boys in our neighborhood often like meet up in like some stadium to do sports together, especially like playing football, since like it's quite maybe fascinating for them.
Okay, so you divided into 2 groups, boys and girls, and their preferences for going to some specific places, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's it for today, and we have a question for homework. How can people communicate if they don't? For this question, you two will like ask the question, record your answer, and send it to our messenger group, right?
Okay.